Chicago.
Hello, welcome to Bridging Chicago. I'm Leona Kuhar, your host. Chicago is home to a robust community of small businesses. A large percentage of those businesses are female owned. Small businesses contribute a great deal to the community they call home by providing stability and vibrancy to the community. Our guest on this episode of Bridging Chicago is Tomy Sanchez. She is the owner of Simone's Nail Lounge, a very successful salon offering an array of nail and other services. Simone's Nail Lounge is located on the southwest side of Chicago in the Garfield Ridge neighborhood. Tomy, welcome to Bridging Chicago.
Hello, thank you. Thank you for having me.
So, we'd like to just start out by asking you to tell our listeners a little bit about yourself. Are you originally from Chicago? Where did you grow up?
Yes, I was born in Chicago. I grew up in Pilsen and Little Village.
Mhm.
Um, Ended up in my teens in Cicero.
Okay.
Um, I started off to be honest with you. I really didn't know what I wanted to do
Okay.
when I was
Like a
younger.
lot of us.
Yes, yes, and I had all sorts of jobs trying to figure it out. Um, I ended up in this field by accident, maybe.
Okay.
Um, I wasn't happy where I was at, and I mentioned it to a friend, and she was a hairstylist, and she said, "Why don't you get certified doing nails?" And I said, "Oh,
Mhm.
okay, I could see myself doing that."
Yeah.
So that's how I ended up getting my certification and getting into this industry.
And where did you start working?
So the plan was that I was supposed to work with her at her mom's beauty salon in Pilsen.
Mhm.
But that year, the beauty show was in town, and I went to the beauty show, and I ended up meeting the nail manager to Margaret Tricoci, and she
Okay.
had said they were hiring, and I thought,
Mhm.
let me give it a shot. And I got
Yeah.
hired. I got hired at Margaret Tricoci at 900 North Michigan.
Okay.
That's where it all started for me. I call it my boot camp.
And when was that?
I got hired in 99,
Okay.
1999, and I worked there about for 14 years.
Oh, wow. Okay. And so then what events led you up to starting your own business? I mean, is it something that you when did you start thinking about, "Hey, I'd like to own my own business?"
So actually, I that never really crossed my mind. Maybe sometimes it would because I always thought that I would like something like that in the community instead of
Mhm.
people traveling all the way downtown. And
Right.
there's a lot of people that get intimidated by downtown. Um, But it actually, that's another thing, how one door closes, another door opens.
Right. Yeah.
I ended up leaving Mario Tricoci to help a friend open a salon.
Okay.
And that only lasted for about a year. We had
Mhm.
differences in creativity.
Yes.
And so then I said, what do I do now? So I was going to go back to work at Mario's. I had called my old manager, but then I said, no, no, I can't do that. I
You
can't
didn't
go back.
wanna you
Yes,
wanted to change.
yes. So I started freelancing I did that for about a year. So I freelanced and I thought, oh, this is nice. I have my own hours, I could pick and choose. But then I was missing the team, like
Okay.
the whole Kamari. Is that how
The
it's
camaraderie, yeah.
Yes,
Just
of
yeah.
just, having that team and just that friendship as well.
Yeah, that
And
really makes a difference, I think. I
yes, it
mean,
does. So
here
it
in a small workplace, our office is small, and in the team spirit,
yes,
working together as a team makes a huge
a
difference.
huge difference. Yes, and it's like your other whole family if you think about
Yes.
it.
Mhm.
So my boyfriend Danny kept on saying, "I think you could do this." I was a little nervous and I thought maybe I can't run a team, can't run a business. But
Okay.
once I realized that I did miss the team, we started looking for a location.
Mhm.
So I had a couple of clients in Garfield Ridge, and I started thinking there's nothing really here.
Yeah.
As as more of a there was nail salons, but not a spa. I wanted to make it more of a spa environment than you're in and
Right.
out.
Yes.
So we started looking, and we found a place, and one thing led to another.
And so it was really something that you didn't really think about until an opportunity, like a door opened.
Yes,
So, like you said, when one door closes, another one opens.
yes. And at first, I was very disappointed because I was happy at Mario's. I had a clientele, and I was doing great. And then when I left, and that failure of trying to do something with another person, I really I was not well, I was sad because
Right.
I
Yes.
failed at that. But then now when I look at
Well, you
it,
didn't necessarily fail. It just didn't work out.
work out. But you know how
Right.
you're hard on yourself.
Yes.
So then that's when I realized, and I look back now, I'm like, sometimes things like that have to happen to push
Right.
you, to
Right.
make
To
you
make a
realize,
change.
to make a
Yeah.
change and make you realize that you could do this. So then once Danny kept on advising, you should do this, you could do this. I said, well, what's the worst that can happen? At least I could say I tried.
Right. But it helped to have some support.
Yes, it
Someone
does. Yes,
someone pushing you a little bit. Yeah,
yes,
encouraging you.
yes. So
So so how did you choose the name?
okay, so at Mario's, you could not have the same name as another person that's on the floor. So there was a Tammy when I got hired, and my
Oh.
manager at the time said you can't have the same similar name because of client
Oh,
purposes.
really?
Yeah, so like if someone's calling to book an appointment with you, so there's no mix up.
Oh, okay, okay.
So it was funny because I had told my mom, I said, I have to change my name. And I finally bonded with my name because people always distort my name. They call me
Okay,
Tony,
yeah.
Tommy. So
Well, is Tommy short for something, or
it
is
is actually, it's short for Tomasa, but my mom
okay.
just named me Tommy. That's how it's on my
Okay.
birth certificate.
All right.
So she actually helped me again come up with a salon name. And
Okay.
she had said, well, how about Simona, like your great grandmother? And I said, oh, I like Simona, but it seems a little too old fashioned. Can we spice it up? So that's
Okay.
how Simone came.
Oh, so
Hmm.
mom to the rescue. Good old
Yes,
mom, right?
yes.
Always
I
there
did.
with great advice.
Yes. So she named me twice, I guess.
Yeah.
But so I was Simone for 14 years. And
Hmm.
it was funny because when I left and clients that followed me, I said, by the way, my
My
real
name
name.
really isn't.
And they were like, "What?" But I still have a couple of people that call me Simone.
Yeah. Well, I could see that. I mean, it's after all those years of calling you Simone, it's just how
Yes.
could they go back?
So I
So,
always say,
what if any were some of the difficulties you faced when you started your business?
um, finding nail technicians.
Okay.
So in this industry, I feel that it's tough to find nail technicians, and the more that I'm in the industry, I find that people want to work for themselves.
Okay.
But when I first opened, I only had Alex
Mhm.
one day part time, and then another friend that I worked with at Mario's. She said, "I live in the neighborhood. I can give you a Saturday." So when
Okay.
I literally first opened, it was just me the whole time. Then slowly but surely, people started inquiring and hearing about Simone's, and then Andy reached out to me and joined my team. But it took almost about a year for me to build the team that I have.
Okay. And
But
what year did you open, Simone?
2017,
2017. Okay.
yes, yes.
So it was like a rough. It was hard, I'm sure, in the
It was
beginning.
hard. I sometimes, after 2 months being open, I thought, oh my God, what did I do? And, and
Mhm.
I was like, no, well, I'm just going to keep on going and keep on going. And finally, word of mouth, I started, other nail technicians started referring other nail technicians.
Okay. So it seemed to work out, and so COVID had to be difficult for you.
Yes. Well, let me backtrack too as well. Maybe there
Oh,
was nail technicians that were applying for the position, but to
okay.
me, it's very important. I just didn't want to fill that position or that spot. For me, it's very important the relationship and you're a fit for the team.
Yes.
That really really is important to me, and I believe that's why I think we're like a little family, and I get
Mhm.
so many compliments from a lot of clients like
Yes.
you that
Yes.
they love it, that they just see how we get along, we work well together.
It's a
So
very comfortable environment
yes,
when you go, and yes, as a customer, when I go in there, I feel comfortable, I feel relaxed. And yeah, you can, it's so obvious that you are a team and everyone gets along. And
yes,
you don't see that everywhere.
yes. So that's
So
very
that's very important. I'm sure contributes to your success
yes,
because a client doesn't want to come in and feel uncomfortable,
yes,
because of how somebody's acting, or they feel bad vibes between each other. And
yes,
absolutely, it's not in Simone's by no
yes,
means.
yes, and that's very important to me as well.
So what are, like, when COVID hit, how did you navigate that?
That was very hard. Um,
Yes.
it was hard. First of all, because I've worked all my life.
Mhm.
I've had a job since I was 18, and I was like, now what?
Right.
What do I do? I was already trying to brainstorm, like, what can I do from home? What can I? That's
Mhm.
just my personality. But it was tough, and it worked me a lot for my girls, um, because at the same time we couldn't apply for unemployment because we're independent contractors.
Right.
So that was very frustrating for me. So I was trying to do everything possible, and I'm I was trying to do a lot of marketing on our social media, and I'm not the
Mhm.
greatest, but I still wanted to keep our clients involved, for our everyday, or trying to supply them with the needs for nails. Like
Okay.
we were selling kits, um,
Mhm.
to maintain at home, just trying to still engage with our clients so
Right.
they wouldn't forget about us. But it was
And
about a
it
month and a half that we were closed.
mhm. But it doesn't seem like it deterred your clients. It seems like your clients came back and even more.
Very supportive, and um, our clients came back, and we started receiving more new clients and requests of new clients. That was the reason that I had to shut down my online, because I couldn't fulfill the demand. We were
Mhm.
getting booked 6 months out, and they were just looking for a place that was, how should I word it? Where they felt safe, in the sense
Right.
that, cleanliness, and we were doing the mask, and you
Right.
know. But it's funny because we were already doing a lot of those things where we wear gloves. Some of
Mhm.
the girls were already using masks. We use
Yes.
disposable uh, um, files and buffers, and we autoclave our not utensils, our
The tools.
implements.
Yeah.
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 hmm So it was scary times, but at the same time, I feel that Simone's became more known because of the COVID.
Right. Well, and because of the protocols you follow and always
Yes,
have followed, and
yes,
you adhere to it, so people feel safe and comfortable.
yes.
So When when you look at Simone's and um, do you see any like do you want to grow bigger?
I do. We do get asked that a lot, that if we want to branch out. Um, I do think about it, but it is hard. Like right now, I actually would love to have two more team members.
Hmm.
But like I said, it's very hard trying to find that fit. And
Yes,
I want to, but then I also feel like once you start branching out, is it the same?
right. You might not be as successful. You might not be able to do as well as you are now.
Yes, yes, like to keep the same atmosphere. Like I
Hmm.
would love it to be the same atmosphere, but it's I feel like once you start growing and branching out, it's hard. Maybe out of, like, let's say if I were to have five locations, maybe three would be the same, but not two.
Right,
It's very hard for to find that team that has the same vision as an owner.
right. Okay, I can understand that. And the
And
bigger
right
you get,
now,
the harder it is then.
yes, yes. So
So, as far as like small businesses in the area, how important do you think small businesses are, and what role do you think they play in the stability of the community?
um, I feel that it's important, and I guess I didn't realize it before when I was
Mhm.
younger, but now that I have the salon here in the community, I love it because you see everybody from the neighborhood come to the business, and then they run into neighbors, they run into
Mhm.
friends, they run into the teacher, they run to the police officer. It's nice to see that we all come united and we have a place. So even if it's like your local restaurant,
Yeah.
uh, your flower shop, I just feel like we support each other, and um, I feel that we need that.
Yeah,
For
absolutely. I mean, small business owners need to support one another,
Yes,
just as
yes.
the community needs to
To
support the
support,
small
yes,
businesses.
yes. And
Yeah.
I love it. I love I try to support. I really do.
Yeah. It's, I think a small business has to depend on the community to survive. And then, you know, I'm sure you get people outside of the community, though, coming to your salon.
Yes, yes, we do. We do.
Yeah.
I had a following, like I said, I work downtown. Um Two of my other girls, they used to work up north, and they brought a lot of clientele. So that's another nice thing. We expose the neighborhood to other
Right.
people.
Yeah. So, do you find that female small business owners are supportive of one another?
Yes.
Do you
Yes.
feel it's like a community?
Yes, it is. It is. I recently was asked to speak at a woman empowerment event,
Hmm.
and it was very, very nice. There was three other women on the panel, and just to hear their story, and you can relate to them. Um, but I do believe that I'm a true believer that there's enough for everyone in the universe.
Yes.
So I love to support other people. Other
Hmm.
women, other
Yes.
women.
Yes. So, well, one of our recent podcast guests, uh, her name is Leslie Vickery, and she runs Clear Edge Marketing. And she also contributed to a book called Together We Rise. And it's um, by the Lady Leaders Book Club. So she contributed to this book along with other women. And they used a quote by Serena Williams in their foreword, which really impacted me and it sticks with me. And it was every woman's success should be an inspiration to another. We're strongest when we cheer each other on. And I just love that quote. And, I see that in your salon as well, just with your team members of how supportive they are. And I'm sure you go to great lengths to promote that
Yes,
camaraderie.
yes. I love arriving before everyone.
Mhm.
And as everybody's getting there, and just to see, the energy of everybody just getting there, ready to get their day going.
Yes.
And I feel like at the end of the day, it's like, yes, it's Simone's, but in reality, it's our little mini business. Does that make sense?
Right. No, it absolutely does because without your team, there would be no Simone.
Simone's, yes,
Really.
yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So, do you have any advice for other people considering going down the path you did to open up a small business?
Oh, wow. It's a lot of work.
Mhm.
I always say it's a beautiful thing, and it's a big accomplishment if you have that dream to open any type of business. But it is a
Mhm.
lot of work, just so you're aware.
Yes,
That
I can imagine.
I always say, oh, I'm gonna, step back a little bit, but you just can't. You have
Yeah.
to be there all hands on, and I'm thinking, oh my God, is this commitment forever? Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine. It
But
is a huge commitment.
I would say go for it. Like I said earlier, if you don't try it, how will you not know that you could do this?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
And
It's like a lost opportunity if you don't try.
just be positive, and you come across so many other amazing owners, and
Mhm.
just people that cheer you on, like you said. When I opened the shop, I started meeting other wonderful women that started their own business. So at the shop, I carry a lot of products that are made by different, well, I guess I should say company or business.
Yeah, okay. Like
Um,
small businesses?
Small businesses, correct.
Mhm.
Yes, yes. So I do really, really try to not forget that when I was first starting off, that I had tons of support.
Yes. Well, that's great. I mean, you wanna give back. You received and you wanna give back.
Yes.
So if there's something is there something that we didn't cover here that you'd like to let people know about yourself, about Simone's, about just
No, I think I I get a little nervous talking about myself.
I know, I can imagine. I'm the same, but
And it's so funny because you see me at work, and it's like
yeah,
once
I
I'm in
know.
it.
But this is a different situation. So
Yes, it is. It is. Um, I just would like to say that I am very blessed to have had this opportunity to have this wonderful, successful nail salon, and
mhm.
blessed for my team. I don't know what I would do without them. Um, and the support, someone had asked me, who do I hold myself accountable to, and that would be to my boyfriend, Daniel.
Yeah.
He believed in
Yeah,
me.
he seemed like he really pushed you toward this, so that's a great thing.
Yes.
So if anyone would like to contact you, to contact Simone's, make an appointment, what's the best way to do that?
I would say to call us. I know that
Okay.
social media is a big thing right now, but we get so busy sometimes that we're in the moment, with clients, and
Right.
answering phone calls, but to call us at the salon.
And what is that number for the
Seven
salon?
seven sorry, 773
Uh,
801 3776.
and you also have a website if someone wants to look at the services that you offer.
Yes, on Google.
Okay. Well, Tommy, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure, and it's great to talk about Simone's and learn more about it and how you started. And we wish you the best of luck in everything. Thank you for
Thank you,
joining us
Leona.
today.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Bridging Chicago, as produced by the SATC Solutions Center. Nothing contained in this podcast shall constitute financial, investment, legal, and/or professional advice. No professional relationship of any kind is created between you and the podcast host or guest. You are urged to speak with your financial, investment, or legal advisors before making any investment or legal decisions. Furthermore, the opinions expressed in this podcast are not necessarily the opinions of SATC Solution Center, SATC Law, or any of its employees. This podcast is created by the hosts and guests' individual capacities. All opinions on this podcast are or have been rendered based on specific facts, under certain conditions, and are subject to certain assumptions and may not and should not be used or relied upon for any other purpose, including but not limited to, or use in or in connection with any investment purposes or legal proceeding.